Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I am Marvin, and I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And in today's video, I want to talk about a sore subject, judgment. If you like the contents of this video, please like it, share it, comment on it, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Judgment's a tricky one. I found that I was a pretty judgmental person myself in my past. I believe that I've since moved on, and I'm sure there's more challenges that are going to present themselves to me that are that may prove me wrong, and hopefully not. But at the very least, I think I've gotten to myself to a point in my life where I'll notice it before I actually go ahead and with it, and I'll stop myself mentally, and I'll forgive myself for even thinking of it. But that's another subject for another day, in how to forgive yourself. Although I've done a video on it. If you want to check it out, it's here. Um, but yeah, judgment can be harsh, and judgment is harsh. Why we've come to judge, most of us judge, and let's be honest. And I've realized it in myself. It's something that I was holding deep within inside myself, um, and I was judging other people, um, because I was judging myself for whatever it could be. It could be your looks. It could be the way you were raised. It could be um, your upbringing, your parents. It could be just the way you view society. Um, and all the things that are happening, especially in these times, it's hard not to hold judgment. And judgment comes in all different facets. Physical judgment, judging somebody based on how they look or how they dress or um, who they hang out with, um, what job they chose to do, if they're religious, if they're political, their political views, um, their whether they're arrogant, whether they're shy, whether they're introverts. You get the point. And we all see it. It's when you look at somebody and all of a sudden you get something in your head that you should keep to yourself, and you say it out loud, like, oh, look at her, why is she wearing those pants? She shouldn't be wearing those pants, and that's, whether you believe it or not, and most of us don't, because we're so conditioned to just do it, willingly and freely. But that's another person that you're judging. And if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I believe that we're all one, and that we're not actually separate. We're living separate identities, but we're all one frequency. So, in essence, you're judging yourself if you really stop and look at it in that way. And I'm not asking you to do that or believe that, but it brings up an interesting point. We judge others based on what society, or what our educational system, or our religious systems, or our political systems, or our ancestors and their traditions raised us to see things. And they may not have, but in some way, shape, or form, we were molded by something in our lives, and we fell into a pattern. And that pattern became ours, even though it really isn't your pattern, and you can choose to get out of that pattern anytime you'd like, anytime you want to. And it won't be easy, but it's fulfilling. Trust me, because I've been there. And it took me quite a number of years to really look at myself in the mirror and go, I don't like that person when he judges. So let's stop judging. And I love myself now. And you should too. And you can. And I'm saying that stopping judging is going to fix the world's problems. It's not. It's going to fix you. It's going to fix your problems. And that's what this channel is all about. It's about focusing on positive changes you can make to your life. one example of judgment, and that's not my personal judgment, but my sister and I were talking the other day, and she told me the story that she was at a McDonald's in a pretty rough neighborhood in New Jersey, and she walked in and she just used the bathroom because she was in transit, and they said you have to buy something. And there's security all over the place because it's not a good neighborhood. Um, so she got in line and she bought something, and there was a lady on the bathroom line that had ordered something as well. And she asked my sister, she told my sister she can get in line ahead of her because she had only ordered a juice, and my sister had ordered something, a hot meal, so she wanted her to have it hot. And the security guard looked at my sister and said, "You can't jump the line." And but the lady insisted, so my sister did anyway. So cut to a few minutes later, my sister gets her food, and the same lady comes by my sister and asks if she minds if she sat with her, and all she got was a juice. So, my sister, being the person that she is, she's a very giving and loving person, said, "Sure, no problem." And all of a sudden, the guy behind her, in the seat behind her, tapped her on her shoulder. Said, "You're going to let that lady sit with you? She has AIDS." Apparently, she's somebody who's known in the neighborhood as a beggar and things of that nature. My sister said, "I don't care who she is, what she has. She's not going to give it to me." So my sister truly wasn't worried. But everybody in the restaurant was staring at her because they all knew this lady and who she was. And my sister noticed that she only got a juice. She goes, "Is that all you getting?" She goes, "Well, I don't have any money to get food." My sister asked her, "Are you hungry?" She said, "Yes." So my sister went and got her some cheeseburgers. And again, everybody in that restaurant turned around to my sister and was like, "Are you sure you want to do that? You don't know this lady." And again, my sister said, "I don't care." And she proceeded to talk to this beautiful woman, and she realized that she did have AIDS, and she didn't have too much longer to live. But while all that was going on, and my sister being genuine and generous to this lady, the lady was crying because nobody had ever treated her like that. My sister just didn't see her as this person with AIDS like everybody else did, and didn't shun her. She treated her like the person that she really is, and we're all human beings, and we all have our inner being that needs to be seen, regardless of what the exterior is projecting. So, and that's a beautiful story. My sister sat with her, she bought her a meal with no expectations, didn't judge her for who everybody else thought she was or was saying that she was, and it didn't matter. And that's how I've learned to stop judging, in a sense, because the reality is that the physical appearance of anybody doesn't matter. They don't have any control about how they were born, if they were born with a defect, or if they have psoriasis, or a crooked eye, or whatever it could be. Who cares? They're a human being. See them for who they really are inside. And if they project themselves to be a not so fun person to be around, then you have the choice not to be around that person. We all have free will. But who are you to judge that person based on their looks or their outward personality? You don't know what they're going through in their personal lives. And if you have a fantastic life and you're confident, and you don't have any needs or wants, or you lack for nothing, fantastic for you. That's awesome. But just know that there are other people that aren't like that, and hold space for them. Don't judge them. Don't say you could have done this, you could have done that. You don't know whether they could have or couldn't have. And guess what? It was their choice to or not to. So there's nothing to judge. Their choice is their choice, and your choice is your choice. So why even concern yourself with, having an opinion about that person? That person's that person. That person's not you. So just, really, especially now, we need more kindness and compassion to show each other. In spite of our political differences, our religious differences, our racial differences, honestly, that doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. We're the same person. We're the same species. We're all one. So when you're judging that person, realize that you're judging yourself. And if you're doing that, then take a minute to realize that and go within and ask yourself, why am I being so judgmental of this person? Somebody I don't even know. I don't know their history or their story or their past. And why does it matter? So I know this is a tough one to chew, and I appreciate you listening, and take what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate with you at all, that's cool too. I don't judge. I just talk and teach. I'm not here to preach. I'm just here to give my experiences and see if they fit with yours, or maybe it'll ring a bell, and maybe it'll bring some new positive thoughts into your head in light of everything else that's going on that we have no control over. That's the other thing. You don't have any control over what's going on. So I'm not saying not to care about it or not to get involved, but control what you can control, whether it's your work, your home environment, your family. Be present there and keep judgment to a minimum when you can. Thank you for watching this video. Have an amazing day.